And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Logitech G presents a Valorant ready to play esports series in Bangladesh. The prize pool is going to be over 70,000 taka, and there are 150 team registers. This series will be a knockout series, and hey, when it is a knockout series, you gotta remember that it's only a one chance. This is a best of one. You don't really have any second chances to get yourself out of this. This will be placed on a ranking system, and this is just the first initial season, ladies and gentlemen. You have to remember there are a lot more seasons to come soon enough. It's gonna be your boy Aggressive here on the hot seat. You know me, you love me, or you may even hate me. I don't really care at that point because I'd rather do what I can to entertain you guys back at home. It's gonna be me by myself for this initial matchup. But hey, I'm pumped. I'm ready. And I really want to see exactly what these teams are capable of, because personally, in my eyes, both of these teams, not really the ones that I know, in my opinion, but as we do jump on down over towards the game, this is where the real fun will start, and this is where it all will begin. Let's start it all up as we head on down over towards the agent selection screen, because for now, the teams, I'm pretty sure that they are pumped up and ready to go straight in. I do believe that it's going to take a couple more seconds to start it up, but should be going up in just a little bit. But on the other side of the spectrum, it will be One Soul Esports going up against 1D Esports, and we really need to wait and see how all of this will play out, because personally, in my eyes, I do believe that both of these squads are very much capable in the way that they can take each other out. Not really names that I know personally, but names that we could know real soon just from this one matchup. Personally, in my eyes, I have to say that I'm leaning a little bit more towards the couple of the members of One Soul, because I know Alfredo, he's a pretty decent player and Accelerate, but on the other side, I don't know exactly what they're capable of. 1D can easily take away the competition just by being a driving force and unknown quantity. And this is what I always talk about. Sometimes when your opposition is a little bit better than you in that regard, and you don't really pay much heed to them, or don't really pay much attention to them, you could just end up on the receiving end of a lot of hurt and a lot of pain. And for now, at least, taking it slow, taking it steady, not really worrying about as much. You should be able to push your way forward slightly, a little bit more. Fade will be picked up, and Fade is allowed in this tournament, of course, because in international play she is also allowed at this stage, and things are going to be looking quite interesting from both of these squads. Breach will get picked up with the Chamber, with the Sage. Pretty one-dimensional composition, I would say, at the end of the day, but what will be the deciding factor for this is how much they really want to invest on this double initiator composition, the Fade and the Sky. I like the idea, but maybe a Solo would be a little bit more of a potent pickup. We don't really know just yet. And on the other side, they're playing purely based upon no information. I don't know how much I like this. This could be an interesting one, but at the same time, it could be a pretty detrimental one as well. We'll find out soon enough, as we are going to be jumping straight on over towards the game in just a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Things are loading up. Players are going to be settling in. And here is where the real fun will start to arise. First of all, let's talk about the compositions and why I say that having a Breach only on bind is a pretty detrimental thing to have, because you don't really know how you can play around with a lot of your utility, because you're throwing it out blind. Blind utility just doesn't really work out in your favor now, does it? It just starts to dominate you in a couple of different formats that you can't really take any control of, and just starts falling apart in a couple of seconds if you're not careful. But at the end of the day, playing it down from there, you just need to keep it all going. You just need to see what you're gonna be capable of, because for now, the teams, they're prepping up, they're setting up and getting everything ready, because for now, I do see a couple of technical difficulties coming in down through, but nothing to really be worrying about, because we're going to be jumping straight into the game now. Just gotta see how these squads are going to play it all down through. First initial roundup, though, we do see a pretty heavy stack over on 2B. Quite potent, quite good, but what exactly is the game plan here? Chamber heading towards long. Reach is waiting to see if he can find some form of value on this roundup, but seems like there's not much to be gained here. They have the hookah control. They need to worry about the breach. Flash comes in. He tries to go in for a fight, but he's not gonna be able to find out much. Gets taken down almost instantly. That's gonna be the first initial kill, and a pretty big one as well in that regard. Here comes the Sage. Sage is gonna be able to find out a lot, but the Raze grenades are just constantly causing so many problems. Raze from the other side is gonna be able to find one more kill, and with that, they're not looking that good. They're gonna start dropping like flies, and with this, last person remaining for the defense, and they get completely taken out. Now though, names were hidden for a little bit. We are not going to be able to see their names.
That's a good spot.
We need to make them set up a little bit here. It seems as though streamer mode is going to be enabled for a couple of these teams. There's not much that we can do about it. We just have to wait and see how all of this is going to pan out. Even leaving the party was a little bit questionable, but it's okay. Nothing to worry about. We can still play around because we know for a fact that the attackers were the ones to take it all away for the first initial time, and for now at least.
Grenade! Nightmare's over.
Sorry about that interruption. Seems as though there are some people who wanted to go in for a little bit of a call to check on the Logitech series, and they were asking me about a couple of the prices of the new Logitech products. You gotta remember, the Logitech is the leading peripheral maker for a lot of different companies. So go and check out the Logitech products down in the description when you're at it. But for now, another round for the attackers. Clean, swift, no problems whatsoever. But what I am surprised about, there's a constant force fight going in for the members of One Soul, which really puts a pretty bad picture when you consider that, hey, at the end of the day, One Soul just are not really opting to go in for the saves. Their economies will be suffering drastically because of it. And the attackers, they're just going to start snowballing it out of control if they're not careful. When you're on the defensive side, I always say this, that you have to remember, never, ever go in for a force fight on the defensive side. You are not going to be getting anything out of those unless you're on something like an 8-11 or 6-11 scoreline, where you are forced to go in for that force fight to try and retaliate and have a chance of surviving in a game. Things don't look that good for them for now, but maybe they can turn things around. Maybe take a U-turn at any second, but the other side, slow walk towards the mid side, but okay, good shots over towards the back end. They get the first initial kill, and Hookah's completely clear. The B side is ripe for the picking, but will the members of 1D even make their way up and try to find it is the real question. Fade on the other end, they're just getting these picks for free. Sensi looking for a pick on towards the Sage, making a good amount of noise. What you gonna do here? That's a good spot. Let's find the first initial kill. He's looking for more, but will he be able to get it though is the real question. Not really, not just yet, because Asik's going in for the swing. Spots out the head. That's gonna be a shot on the one end. But now the backup's gonna come in. Soon enough, they're gonna be able to rotate their way forward. It's all up to Tasik. Tasik should have the first initial pick. They're not gonna expect him, and this breach is just being an absolute menace. 25 seconds for the vault line to come back almost immediately. Has the perfect timing, but still it's not gonna be able to find the shot. They're not clearing him out, and the fade just gets a freebie. That's the first. That's the second. Here comes a dog. It's not gonna find anything. But Metal's gonna be able to turn things around. A little bit laggy there, but still finds the shot regardless. Making his way up. Here is gonna be the flash. Here is gonna be the swing, but the shots are not connecting. Sensi. That's rough. That's tough. You're gonna be kicking yourself with that one. Ouch. Moving on down from that though, ladies and gentlemen, nothing to really worry about. Take a deep breath, take a sigh of relief, because for now you're still gonna be able to find even more. You can retaliate, slow and steady. It wins the race here in these cases, but for now, things are not looking that good. On the other end of the spectrum, what can we really think about?
Need equipment.
The attackers, they lost out on this run. It's completely fine because they can still opt to go in for buys because they have enough money to do so, with the to the force being present for Moss. Making his way up though on towards the other side. It's gonna be a flash, and Dasik nearly gets caught out, and if he wasn't careful there, that would have been a costly one. Gets spotted out, needs to give up the angle almost immediately. Here comes the trail, spots him out, forces him back into a pretty uncomfortable position, and then I now need to worry about more the Sage going in for a couple of jump shots, seeing if he can get lucky with a shot here and there, deal slight bits of damage, or even you never know, get a kill. I've gotten killed like this way too often for my own liking, but with the orbital strike forcing him out of position, here comes a shot, and the Sage nearly gets caught out for it. Grenade's gonna be able to retaliate and slow things down for a little while longer. Drake's coming in with the satchels, just about the whole baby, just about the kills, but that just ended up in the Spectre coming in sounds strong, and the Spectre is just able to be such a menace. Rolling thunder in hand, gun on the side as well. And these attackers, they're gonna look to try and finish things off in style, but still, they need to find more. Shots are gonna be clean, but beast. Slow peek from him. That's gonna be a costly one. Needed to be a jiggle to try and retaliate on that angle. 2 and 2, and 1 soul. They have themselves on the board in a pretty convincing fashion. Not really something that we would have expected here. It's okay. On the other side of the spectrum, I really want to see how many Logitech products each of these teams are using. Because hey, I've been looking to get myself a G Pro Super Light, and maybe this is an opportunity for me to get one. You never really know. The G Pro is just such a good mouse to have. It's like that weapon that you always want. It's like an operator in the disguise of a small X shape. That's what you'd always want in every single one of your games. But for now, you guys should also check out the links down below in the description if you're looking to buy one. So I'm pretty sure there are a couple of good deals being set up by our sponsors. And hey, it's Logitech. You can never go wrong with that. But okay, the Rays has something else to say about it. Comes in down strong with the judge over towards the side of Fuka. Let's find the first. Here comes the showstopper to deal the damage. Let's get the second. Equalizes the roundup. And with that, he has enough of an opportunity to find even more. But the Fade shuts down Raze immediately before he could even find the trade. But Metal,
Last player standing.
how does he do it every single time? He's able to find so much value. Spots out one of the players from the side of Mosque though. He needs to find this kill. This is such a crucial one. And now it's all up to Alfredo. Put him on the spotlight, and this man should be able to deliver. Just needs a plan to turn everything around. He should be able to get it. TP out, but nope, that's not gonna happen. Alfredo has the perfect timing. And he's gonna be the one to shut down Mosque. Tough fight. Still, regardless, 3 and 2, the defenders are able to keep things alive, and this is the much more stronger side of Bind, mind you. So, at the end of the day, both of these teams seem evenly matched on that regard. So, for now, things are looking up for them, but with one of the players disconnecting, we seem to need a pause. Seems like not a pause is not being taken for one of their players disconnecting. I don't believe that they know. Oh wait, no. This was, well, the coach disconnecting. So I was expecting a pause to come in, but I do believe that was the coach just leaving the game almost immediately. He's like, yeah, my team's gonna be fine. Nothing to really worry about at the end of the day. So keeping it all down through, keeping it fly, keeping it clean. Let's see how it all goes down. It's gonna be pretty good on that angle. Just find out one of the players, the Raze, is in a pretty tough spot. Gonna get caught out, but the showstopper should deal the damage and should get a kill as well, baby. The party's here. They're looking for even more blood. And with this, the Raze, how angry are you to try and go in for a swing like this? He's gonna be able to find out one, and the Beast, he's gonna be the one that turns into Chow on the other side. Raze is gonna be present, but for how long? Not long, I do believe, but the spray's a little bit sus there. He's gonna feel the pain. He's gonna feel the pressure. But the spike is all the way towards the other side of the planet. Just about clean up. Alfredo hunting him down. Not gonna be able to find out much here. What? Oh!
30
Oh!
seconds left.
That's one knife. Maybe another one? Nope. Not gonna happen. They find the kills. They find the bodies. Okay? It's completely okay. The squads are trying, let's say, at the end. It's not the best, it's not the worst, but it could be better.
Perfect.
You would start to question exactly how the teams are really playing all of this down to. What's the game plan here for the attack? They're constantly going in for these fast rushes on one side, but yeah, they can gain information, but at the same time, they're faltering as well. This Rolling Thunder in hand and has the info, but still opposite going for the fight, understanding that there is a massive tendencies for these teams to be a little bit more different. Hello? You know for a fact a person is down below, gonna be able to find the kill. Alfredo was just not ready for that one, regardless of the situation. It's looking that bad, but the beast? Oh yeah, he's going in for a lineup here on the other side. That lineup's gonna be pretty good for him to work with, but for now, you see that metal going around from the side. Oh yeah, you want to do a lineup? You gotta worry about the other side, baby. But then again, he got this lineup off at the bare minimum, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna be happy regardless of the situation. Sage is not gonna be clearing the right. That's gonna be a trade. And with that, the raise. Yeah, what you gonna do here, buddy? You already gave away your position. They know you're inside of the side. Flash comes out. That's gonna be a kill. And Raze versus Raze, it's gonna be the twin sister that wins. 4 and 3. And finally, the attackers are back on the server. 1D is going to be able to find a couple of more roundups, but Console, they still have the economy to work with. And with this eco, they're looking to find even more value.
Get him.
You see a little bit of a change here, though. The Raze tries to take a fight, but that spray whip is going to be a costly one. Here comes the ult, and here comes all the pressure as well from the other side. Tasek needs to get himself out of this sticky situation almost immediately. Disorientated and trying to hold. Fade! Good shot and a good flick from him. It's going to be able to retaliate. Now the Sage. Yeah, buddy, good luck trying to get this one out alive. He's going to be good for 1 kill, but the Raze should be able to find another. But no! Sage is equalizing. Sage is changing things around, but gets flashed and gets completely caught off guard. Sensi takes everything on his own accord. And a 4-4 scoreline to match everything up. Things are looking good. Things are looking clean. And with this, they just need to build up even further and see how much more they can really get away with. They have the opportunities to turn things around. So, for now at least, more of these problems will be starting to arise. So let's take it a tiny little bit slower. Take a couple of steps back at least, because Alfredo seems to be the one who wants to play it cheeky, has a shorty in hand to push it all up. Gotta slowly back their way up. Alfredo
Cover going out.
just waiting to see what he can get away with, but I don't really find out much. But Metal can easily get a double kill for himself and just dip out. But Metal, what are you looking at? Why are you looking in towards the side, buddy? Too many angles to check, and he was just completely caught off guard.
You want to play?
The attackers, they're just gonna rush it down through. They don't even care. They have the angles, they have the fights. They have the entire corners under control, but Raze, no need for such an aggressive push here, buddy. He's gonna get caught out, and Sensi shuts down Alfredo, but that's pretty much it. They have a gun in hand, but Tasik, okay, buddy. I understand that you like to go in for the run-in guns, but not gonna work out in your favor, especially with a Vandal in your hand. Maybe with a Spectre, yes, but with a Vandal, I don't think so, not just yet. It's 4 and 5, ladies and gentlemen, and 1D are looking to be the ones to take this one away. Because for now, they're the team that really has the spotlight on top of them. When you do have such a massive spotlight on top of you, you start to crumble under that pressure. You have the momentum already built up on your side. Any form of a mistake or any form of a pause that could be taken due to technical difficulties or even a tactical pause can easily disrupt that level of momentum. But the real question is, how long will it take for them to realize, to figure it out that, hey, maybe I need to switch out the way that I'm playing all of this. A lot of utility invested by the defender straight towards Zuka, but it got like absolutely no value. The utility feels so disjointed from both of these teams. They have the proper ideas from one soul, but the ideas are not being executed down properly. That's gonna be an army, and that's gonna be a bloodbath. What you gonna do? Absolutely nothing. They're not gonna be able to survive this one for any longer. They're gonna start dropping because of it. Bodies piling up. Showstopper coming in. That's supposed to be a kill, and that is gonna be one regardless. Tasik's gonna be able to shut down one, but here comes the Armada. One on the front, one on the back, and the Beast. Take that kill in style. No issues whatsoever. Just gotta hold, just gotta play. Just have to believe in the way that you're taking all of these fights, because for now,
There.
we do see the teams just being a lot more
There.
systematic from the side of the attack. They're waiting for their opposition to invest their utility, then they opt to go in for these executions, because One Soul is panicking heavily. Whenever a single piece of utility is coming in, they're investing a lot more without really gaining any form of information. This is what happens when you have a breach on the lineup. The breach just completely shuts down so many of the different avenues you could have had to turn things around, and that's one of the main reasons why it doesn't look that good. But regardless of the situation, here comes the first initial find. Alfredo takes a swing, doesn't really find out anything though at the end of the day. So not looking good for them. 3 versus 5, and this retake seems close to mighty impossible. Ooh. Beast just find one. It just gets caught out. He shuts down another, and Sensi missed a shot there. That's gonna be a costly one, because now it's a 2 versus 1 situation. Very much possible for the Race to go in for this clutch if he finds that one initial kill, because this kill will allow him to get the showstopper, but Beast has other plans. Beast is able to find so much value with that. 4 and 7 on the scorecards, a possibility of an 8 and 4. Team 1D, they are on the board for what they can do. In One Soul, it's rough, it's tough, but we need to ride out the waves if you want to try and reach the shoreline. You're going to be going on to attack, arguably a little bit better for you because you do have that breach, but to play without information, you need to make the most perfect reads that you can get. Otherwise, also, I think you're done. Let's go push up from the race. Boombot cleared out the entirety of it pretty much. Smoke's gonna cause a tiny little bit of an issue, but Tasik waiting on the other end. He's trying to be a little bit cheeky with it, but again, where's he looking? Where's he going? He's gonna get spotted, and yep, that's the damage to be done. From the other side, though, here comes the flashes, here comes the dashes. Whoop! Well, that's a triple kill and a half if I've ever seen one. Defenders are able to get it all done. And it's all up to Mr. Beast. He's trying to survive. He's gonna be able to find... Nope, he missed the shot. Here comes the bodies. He's gonna start getting dropped. Now Fredo's gonna be able to take him. That's another one, ladies and gentlemen. And the defenders, they take it all around in the most unconventional way possible. for now though. It's the second half, so not really end of the world, I would say. Good chunks of utility being already invested by the defenders to try and slow down this push, but they're trying to get a tiny bits of chunk damage. The chunk damage will add up, especially on these pistol rounds, but the thing is, you need to be very careful of how you use the utility, otherwise, yeah, that's gonna happen. People are gonna start dropping like flies, and the shots are just so clean from the members with one soul. Seems as though their attacking side is where they like to shine, and these pistol rounds are constantly going in the favor of one soul, and they are relying on this to be their crutch for a couple of these closing rounds. It's important to realize how crucial these rounds can be for your end. Paranoia from Alfredo does get him some value. The Fade gets taken out almost immediately, and Beast, he needs to be the one to be the game changer here. Angle's gonna be taken, shots are gonna be clean, but he doesn't really find out much. Gives away the position of the last couple of players, but Raze, yeah, he's not gonna miss those shots. Beautiful, clean taps, shut everyone down. That, take another one for themselves. 6 and 7, keeping the game alive and one round away from equalization. Let's see how it all goes, because it seems as though the attackers, they're back one towards the server, baby. They just need to get that one round on the defense. What? Sensi! These are very crucial shots to miss, buddy. But still, at the end of the day, he does find the kill. 3 versus 3 situation on the map. They're looking for as much value as they possibly can get. Alfredo, though, has the perfect angle. Spots out one of the players. He can just run his way in, but a little bit too much noise. That's a tiny bit scary at the end of the day to try and go in for something like this. Goes in for the spray. Doesn't really find out much. Sensi's going to be able to shut it all down, but the Raze cleans it all up at the end of the day. A little bit too close for comfort when you think about it, but hey, in these ranks, they're trying to get better. They're trying to improve themselves slightly on every single turf. So, see how it all goes. In their way up. Team One Soul, it could be better than ever.
Bomb buddy out.
Check up a little bit further though here.
Get him.
Do see Tasek trying to take a fight, but that's a little bit too close for comfort here, buddy. I understand you're on that breach. I understand that you like to play it rough as possible, but oh! Metal.
Spike planted.
How does it? Attackers, they have the control. The Raze is trying to be the damage dealer, but for now, they're not really finding out much. Both of these Razes trying to do what they can to change everything around, but it's just not looking that good for them now, is it? One on the left, one on the right. Where are you gonna look? Where are you gonna hide? Because, oh my god, 1D just takes a couple of these shots to just completely turn it all around. This was a well-played round, ladies and gentlemen. With that, they bring it all back.
Shame. I love explosions.
The darkness, then the darkness. Jumping on back towards the matchup here, we do see a little bit more of an emphasis on these fast, heavy executions from both of these teams. And I want to see them play a little bit slower. Because you could be asking me, why would they like to play slower here? Because on bind, don't you want to play as aggressive as possible, try to catch your opposition off guard? Yes, but at the same
You
time, the
want to
breach
play?
really
Let's
does
play.
not work out in that sense. You need to have a completely different game plan if you really want to be the ones to take it a couple of notches forward. Classic accidental TP, I do believe, or he tried to sell a fake over towards the other side. Maybe they're expecting it to go to B, but I like this from the defenders that they are not overcommitting for any of this. Overcommitment is a massive problem, especially on a couple of these rounds. It can be a detriment if you are not careful, but with the Fade ultimate, that's gonna be the difference maker. Here comes a raise, here comes a damage, and buddy, he is looking to clean everything out. Immediately, paranoia is on both sides. They can't hear a damn thing of what's happening around them. Shots are gonna be fired, but no kills are gonna happen. And 1D, just with the usage of one fatal, completely shut everything down. Okay. Metal. Good shots to try and maybe get something done, but 1D, they didn't really give anything away there.
Find you.
Slow takeover onto B though. Dropping down. Let's really find out much at the end of the day, so Beast is looking to see if he can find a kill for himself. And what just happened? It was a free double kill nearly, but hey, they're just not going to be able to find it out just yet. The call should be coming in that a player is inside of the tube. That's going to be a trade regardless, so at the bare minimum this 3 versus 2 situation, not really the end of the world, but the Fade needs to be the game changer here. Here's that all footsteps. Sage Wall's going to be coming in any second. No one's going to clear it.
One enemy
What?
remaining. Spike
It's a
down.
plan to go in
A.
for a plan like this over on towards the side of the open. And Alfredo, he doesn't even have a gun to do anything. He's just gotta wait. He's just gotta chill. And Alfredo is gonna get turned into chicken Alfredo if he's not careful. Here comes a bird to give the flash. Here comes a warning, but here comes the shot. Good one from the shorty. Gonna be able to pick himself up a gun. Possibility of a clutch is there, but seems that Alfredo's a little bit shaky of how he's gonna try and take this one. Spike, nowhere to be found. It's all but
10
done for
seconds
him. 11
left.
seconds left on the clock. It's either go big or go home. It's possibly gonna get sent back.
So you couldn't work out the differences.
Then 10 on the scorecards. 2 more rounds for the side of 1D to take this one away. The first initial match of this entire series, ladies and gentlemen. You have to-
Teleport's ready. That works.
Could be their do or die, could be the game changer for them here. For now, at least, we are expecting the attackers to have a little bit more emphasis. Seems as though One Soul did lose one of their players already. Doesn't look that good for them.
I'll find you. Bring them down.
Raid's gonna be going in for a fight. Good shots from him. Let's find out a lot, but Raze is just completely burning the house down.
You will not.
We do
kill
see a
my
retaliation from the members of One Soul. That was a fast execution, and that execution should give them the edge here. But once more, we need to worry about the Beast holding from the other side. The orbital strike in hand. Moss, he needs to be the player here. Unless he finds a lot here, he's gonna be a deadly one. He's gonna be able to shut down the spike planter, and Moss, he needs to go in for the play. But the Beast is just so good in these type of clutch situations. He just doesn't miss any shots, and Moss, here's that footsteps. Doesn't really expect anyone to be there. Moss gets a freebie. He's looking for more. here comes the play, and they're gonna be able to
30
TP out.
seconds
They
left.
have the information. They should have the shot, and the beast is just so good. The 4K for the man. The Brimstone, the big daddy, is on the server, and 22 kills to lead the charge for his team. The man means business, and justice is being served.
Need equipment.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
This is the problem that's starting to
Off your
arise.
feet!
And now they're trying to push their way into the side. I just don't think it's gonna work. Maybe the Raze is gonna be able to
Spike
find a couple of
down
kills. The judge should be able to give them a slight edge here,
spike
but
is here.
they have to worry about even more inside of the side. They're running around all over, trying to see if they can find something at the bare minimum, but that showstopper just broke everything down. They were not able to make their way inside of the site now, were they? This is the problem. The Raze a little bit too trigger happy going forward there. Maybe finds a couple. Immediately gets shut down. The beast again. It's just so good in
One
these type of
enemy remaining.
situations.
Spike
Just
down
doesn't miss
A.
now, does he? Dashik making his way up. Did he do anything to try and retaliate? It's taken out almost immediately. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, 7 and 12.
Match point.
You know, the scorecards, the buys are also pretty rough. Don't have anything to work with here. Things are grim and both of their side.
That's a good spot. Teleport's ready. They are so dead.
You see a little bit of a
They're
push up.
concussed.
And the defenders, they gained all the information that they need. A couple of the players have pushed up, though the Raze trying to make its way up should be able to get an easy kill on towards the Fade.
You
The
want to
angle will
play?
be given.
Let's play.
Shots will be taken, but the Fade just does not die. He lives to tell the Initiator's able to gain all the
Let's
info that they
rotate.
need. And with that, yep, I think it's done. I think it's busted, but wait a second. Raze needs to be careful. Otherwise, he could be on the receiving end of a lot more pain and a lot more damage than he could have hoped for. Gets his way out, has the man advantage, not opting to go in for a push, and that is smart. But the beast, again, the stars just aligned for him. The man's just being a mid, just being a legend straight through the smoke, just damages out multiple different players. And he just needs to wait now. There's nothing to worry about here at all. He's trying to be an absolute menace, and he's being exactly that with his buddy Raze on his side. Damage to be dealt, all to be had, and the bodies to just get piled up. Alfredo can't do anything, and the beast takes it all away. And Team 1D
Never retire.
come in immediate with the win.
Ollie.